Welcome to Spectator Sporting, sponsored by SpectatorSporting.com. I'm Zach Roach.
I'm Budleewiser.
We got a big show for you today. We are hosting the fantasy football for ChiTownBlockBoyz. They are having their draft today. We're going to interview them today. We are also doing the show live at the Office Sports Bar and Grill, located 4901 Cal Sag Road in Crestwood, Illinois. Now I'm gonna tell you something, check them out. They got great beer specials, they got good food, and it's a good spot to come to. Check them out. This is our 15th episode. We call it Earl the Pearl.
Jesus.
Yes, he got game. They say they call him Jesus. The boy had, he had plenty game. We talking a lot of awards, rookie awards, MVP awards, whoever we think is going to win in NFL. And we also have Boon Apata to break down the Bears versus the Broncos game that happened. But let's get right into it. We're going to talk offensive rookies to watch. Give me an offensive rookie that we need to look out for.
Kerryon Johnson, running back. The Detroit Lions traded up in the second round to draft this guy. He had 18 rushing touchdowns, 5 yards per carry at Auburn, all right? The Detroit Lions, they was dead last in the NFL in rushing yards.
They haven't had a running back, and I don't know when.
It's been a long time, man. They have a pretty bad streak going on. 68 straight games without a 100-yard rusher.
Wow.
They desperately need him. I know they signed LeGarrette Blount, but he's entering his 9th season. They need some young blood back there. Kerryon Johnson, he's a big back, 6 foot tall, 220 pounds. He's fast, athletic. Detroit, I know they hopes are high for this guy. Keep an eye out for Kerryon Johnson in Detroit.
Baker Mayfield, this guy I think has got the it factor. When I say it factor, he seems like a guy that when he steps on the field, you just want to run out there and play with him. He's got that type of energy. And I feel like he's going to be the guy that's going to help resurrect the Cleveland Browns.
Wow.
I think he's got that leadership ability. I think he's got you're going to want to follow him, and he's got a competitive drive. Remember, this guy was a walk-on. He was a walk-on in Oklahoma. He started. He came right and walked on and started right there. He also walked on at Texas Tech as well. Heisman candidate. He took Oklahoma to the BCS Final Four. Played great in that game, even though they lost. He's big time, and I feel like he's going to be the real deal.
No doubt.
This is one player that can really help. Now Cam Newton, he's had a great tight end in Greg Olsen. Still mad about the Bears giving him up, but that's a different story.
Right.
But DJ Moore, big time receiver.
Right.
Something that Cam Newton really needs now, according to other receivers out there. I'm not gonna mention his name, Calvin Benjamin. That Cam Newton ain't the guy, but whatever.
Right.
But we all know Cam Newton is that dude.
Right.
I feel like he can really, if he develops a rapport with Cam Newton, I feel like they can do some big things in Carolina. Because now you have that receiver spot locked up. Now you got the tight end, and you already got the running game going real down pat. And I feel like he is integral for the Carolina Panthers in a highly competitive NFC South. I think he can help them out a lot if he's ready to play.
Yeah. I'm surprised they took DJ Moore over Calvin Ridley from Alabama.
Yeah.
But DJ Moore put up good numbers at Maryland, so I'm definitely gonna check that out. Now another guy on offense, wide receiver Michael Gallup with the Dallas Cowboys. He was drafted in the 3rd round. Now Dallas, they lost 2 highly targeted guys with Jason Witten, the tight end, retired, and Dez Bryant. They cut him.
Still looking for a team.
And now the thing is, they tried to replace him with Allen Hurns from the Jaguars, wide receiver, but he hasn't had a good season since 2015. And they also traded a 6th-round pick for Tavon Austin, but
he might help him.
He might, but with the Rams, he's been having a disappointing career. He was a number 8 overall pick, and so this Colorado State product, Michael Gallup, he's an exceptional route runner. He has soft hands. He had 100 catches last year with Colorado State. You know Dak Prescott doesn't discriminate. If you get open, he's gonna throw you the ball.
Get you the ball.
Ezekiel Elliott is back there. This offense is gonna be a whole lot more easier for everybody on the Dallas offense. So Michael Gallup, look for him with the Dallas Cowboys.
I agree with that. It seems like when Dak is not just targeting somebody and he can just play the game and play the offense how it's designed, I think that's when he's at his best. So I definitely agree with you on that point. Let's talk defensive rookies. Give me a defensive rookie that we need to keep an eye on.
Yeah, Arden Key, edge rusher. Oakland Raiders drafted him in the 3rd round. Now this guy, Arden Key, in 2016, his sophomore year, he had 12 sacks, 14 tackles for loss, and he was projected to be a top 5 draft pick headed into the 2017 season. But in the spring of 2017, he left the team briefly for personal reasons. He came back overweight, okay? And so that's the main reason why he slipped all the way in the draft. Also, he missed 5 games last season due to a few injuries, okay? So he slips to the 3rd round to the Oakland Raiders. He's in the ideal situation with Bruce Irvin. He's going to mentor him. Also, Khalil Mack, he's very upset. He may get traded. I'd be shocked if he gets traded.
That'd be a dumb move if the Raiders trade him.
Yeah, they need to just go ahead and pay him. Yep. So my man Arden Key has 2 guys to learn from, Khalil Mack and my man Bruce Irvin, okay? So look out for him. If he gets more mature, gets better work ethic, he could put up some numbers as a rookie in Oakland.
Marcus Davenport. Now this is a tricky pick.
Right.
New Orleans Saints gave up the 2019 1st round pick to get this guy. Now when they traded that pick, we all thought, we were watching the draft. I know I was watching the draft. I saw Lamar Jackson,
Yeah, Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson come up with that pick, and I'm like, oh, I get it. They're finna get Drew Brees' replacement right now. I guess I was wrong. Now, Davenport can rush the quarterback. He does get after the quarterback. He's athletic. He's fast. He does all day. But he better succeed. He better work out, because you gave up a 1st round pick. He was the 18th rated player in this draft. He was the 18th rated player. Get that, So he better perform. If he don't perform, this could be one that can hunt the Saints for years to come.
Right.
And now, Tremont Evans, on the other hand, could be the steal of the draft.
Yes.
He could be the steal. This guy's got all the measurables. He's fast, athletic, and he was ranked in the top 5 in this draft. Top 5 players.
Right.
And he slipped all the way down to 17 to the Buffalo Bills. Now, Buffalo, a lot of people didn't like the Josh Allen pick, but this pick right here could be something special. And I feel like he can really do, this can end up being, every year has a steal of the draft. Every year you like, oh, how did they get that guy at that pick? Tremont Evans, he could be the steal of this draft. He could be the guy when we look back 10 years from now, wow, Buffalo got that guy.
Yeah.
He could be that guy.
He was like one of the youngest guys in draft. He's only 20. He just turned 20.
He just turned 20. He was 19 when he got drafted.
Right. And I thought the Bears was going to draft him instead of Roquan Smith. But so that would be 2 guys to compare in the future, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So now another guy to look out for is Denzel Ward, the 4th overall pick in the draft to the Cleveland Browns.
That was a shocker to me.
Now, they drafted him over Bradley Chubb. Now, you would say, okay, they already have Myles Garrett. But can you imagine having Bradley Chubb and Myles Garrett as edge rushers on your team? Okay, so, but they passed on that. They believe Denzel Ward will have a similar impact as his Ohio State alum cornerback, Marshawn Lattimore, with the New Orleans Saints. He was a defensive rookie of the year. Now, Denzel Ward, he's extremely quick. He can mirror the wide receivers' routes pretty well. And it's going to be very interesting to see him going against Antonio Brown and A.J. Green twice a year in the AFC North. Denzel Ward, check him out this upcoming season.
Denzel Ward was ranked pretty high. At the beginning of the mock drafts, they had him actually going to the Bears. A lot of people have him going to the Bears. They had him top 10, but number 4, I was a little surprised he went that high. I'm not going to wait. He is a good cornerback, and he better perform.
No doubt.
Take him at number 4. So, with all this talking about these rookies, who you think is going to be Defensive Rookie of the Year?
Okay, the best safety in the draft fell all the way to the Chargers with the number 17 pick. Derwin James from Florida State, okay? This guy, he's going to benefit a lot from having Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram, probably the best outside linebacker combination in the NFL. He's going to get a lot of opportunities for some errant passes from quarterbacks, from quarterback hurries. He's going to get some interceptions, okay? He's very good against the run. At Florida State, he had 15 tackles for loss, and he's solid in pass coverage. He can cover tight ends. He can cover slot wide receivers coming out on little slants and out routes and things like that. So, Derwin James, he's 6'2", 210 pounds. He's a heavy hitter. I'm predicting that he's going to be the Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Bradley Chubb, defensive. Bradley Chubb. He's in a perfect situation. He's in Denver. He's going to be able to go one-on-one coverage he's gonna be able to go single guys all the time. They can't double team him because guess what?
True.
Guess who they got on the other side?
Von Miller.
The monster, the beast, the man, the myth, the legend. No, that's too far. But I just feel like he's gonna have a ample amount of one-on-one opportunities, and this guy's a monster. This guy's big, physical, fast, quick. He's got moves.
Yeah.
He's got the whole package. I feel like his rookie year, he will at least have 12 sacks.
Wow.
And I think he is going to be the defensive rookie of the year. Him and Von Miller will tear the AFC. They're going to tear the AFC West apart.
Right.
Getting after the quarterback. Offensive rookie of the year, who you got?
Okay, you know what? Unfortunately, Darius Geis, he was a second-round pick by the Washington Redskins. He tore his ACL in the preseason, but this guy in 2016, he was in my man Fournette with the Jaguars, Leonard Fournette. He was in his shadow in 2016. Finally, he got a chance to shine last season at LSU, and he showed his power, his speed, his quickness. He's a similar back as Beast Mode, okay? Marshawn Lynch, that's the kind of back he is. If he never got hurt, I was going to pick him to be my offensive rookie of the year. But Saquon Barkley, he's going to get it. The man, he can return kicks. He's a good receiver out the backfield. He's just, what can he not do, okay?
Yes.
Saquon Barkley, that's my prediction.
We agree on something here. Saquon Barkley, I'm in the same room with you there. It's like you say, he can do it all. He's going to get ample opportunity. He's going to get that ball. He's going to get 20, 25 carries a game. He's going to be able to catch it out the backfield. They're going to line him up at receiver. He's going to get kick returns, punt returns, and he's explosive. I mean, this guy's the best athlete, one of the best athletes you will ever see. No doubt about it. He's a combine legend. So I feel like he's going to get the opportunity. He's going to get the ball, and he's just got the moves. He's got the skills. He's going to be the rookie of the year, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You are watching Spectator Sporting on SpectatorSporting.com, live at the Office Sports Bar and Grill in Crestwood, Illinois. And we come back, we're going to have our NFL awards. Welcome back to Spectator Sporting, sponsored by SpectatorSporting.com. I'm Zach Roach.
I'm Adi Waller.
This is the 15th episode. We call it the Earl the Pearl Show. Earl Monroe, great basketball player. According to He Got Game, they called him Jesus. Other than that, we're doing a lot of MVP predictions. Boon Apata's going to be here to talk Bears review from the Bears and Broncos. If you look behind us, they have a fantasy football draft, which is conducted by the ChiTownBlockBoyz. We're going to get interviews on them later on as the show progresses too. So a lot of good things going on today. By the way, go to Spectator Sport. Make sure you subscribe to the video. Hit that button. Hit that subscribe button. We doing it live. Go watch previous clips and everything. Now, let's get into these MVP awards and predictions. We're going to start with the basic one first. Who do you think, every year someone's injured, someone comes back, or they just have a bad year.
Right.
Who is your comeback player of the year this year?
Comeback player of the year, Odell Beckham Jr.
Ooh, I like that. That was a good pick. I like that. Yeah.
He missed 12 games last year because he broke his ankle against the Chargers. But in the previous 3 years, he had at least 1,300 yards, 90 receptions, and 10 touchdowns per year. Okay, and that's the best first 3 years of any wide receiver in history. Odell Beckham Jr. He's going to battle Julio Jones and Antonio Brown for that best wide receiver in the league status. You can't double team him. You got Evan Ingram entering his second year with the Giants. He's a rising star. You got Sterling Shepard, wide receiver, very underrated. And we just talked about Saquon Barkley, okay? One-on-one coverage against Odell Beckham Jr., game over. Comeback player of the year, Odell Beckham.
Sounds like the Giants going to have a dangerous offense this year, huh?
No doubt.
Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck has had some tough luck.
Right.
Should we say.
Right.
He came out rookie year, took the Colts to the playoffs. Next year, took him to the playoffs again, won a playoff game. Then the next year, won another playoff game, but then went to the AFC Championship game and played the Patriots. They got spanked, but the fact that he had the Colts in the AFC Championship game, he was on his way. Then the injuries occurred. Then he's missed the last 2 seasons. So, from what I'm hearing the reports, he's very healthy. If he's healthy and he's ready to go, the Colts have they drafted an offensive lineman. What was his name?
Quincy Nelson.
Yeah, Quincy Nelson. You know, they're trying to put some things around him correctly now. I feel like he can come back, maybe took what he learned and maybe not.
Quentin Nelson.
Quentin Nelson, okay.
Right.
And you know what? I was wrong about something too.
Right.
Trayvon Edmonds was the 16th pick, not the 17th pick.
Okay.
So we good now. We good. We get together. But I feel like Andrew Luck is one of those quarterbacks. I thought he was one of the best quarterbacks before he got hurt. And I feel like he's going to come back and show that. Now, they are playing in the tough division, the AFC South, because you got the Houston Texans with Deshaun Watson and Jacksonville with that monstrous defense down there. So it's going to be tough. But I feel like Andrew Luck, quarterback skills, and I think he's going to rise to the occasion.
No doubt.
No question about it. Now we're talking comeback. Let's get to the meat and grit. Who's stopping the ball? Let's see. Who's the defensive player of the year going to be in your opinion?
Joey Bosa. Okay.
That boy is a beast.
Joey Bosa, he's very quick off the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
He got swim moves, counter moves, high motor. He has an unreal closing speed on quarterbacks. That's why he had 23 sacks in his first 2 years in the league. And he was fourth in the NFL in forced fumbles. He's not just trying to sack you, he's trying to strip sack you. Joey Bosa, unstoppable, defensive MVP.
It was a toss-up for me because I wanted to say Joey Bosa, but we got, as long as he gets his contract signed, Grams, whatever you are doing, pay this man Aaron Donald. This man is the most disruptive force on the defensive line in the NFL. You can't run against him. He gets after the quarterback. This man is a monster, and I feel like once he gets that big payday, he's gonna tear it up. He's got Ndamukong Suh back on the other side to help him out. He's got all them the free agent Talib and other people that help him out too. So you're not gonna be able to double team him. He's gonna wreak havoc. Aaron Donald will be the defensive player of the year.
No doubt.
Offensive player of the year. Not MVP, just offensive player of the year. Who do you see in this?
The most underrated running back in the NFL, David Johnson, okay? Last year, he missed out on his third year in the league because he dislocated his wrist, okay? But in the previous season, he had over 1,200 yards. He led all running backs in receptions with 80, okay? Now, new coach Stephen Wilkes, he's going to rely heavily on David Johnson. They got my man Sam Bradford back there, but he's extremely fragile. He always get hurt, right?
Well, they got the rookie Rosen now, so.
Yeah, he's just a rookie.
Yeah.
I think he got a lot to learn. And then you got our old friend Mike Glennon is a backup quarterback.
Mike Glennon?
Mike Glennon.
He got a job?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So David Johnson's going to get a lot of targets, a lot of carries. Offensive player of the year, David Johnson.
I like that pick, but I'm going Zeke Elliott. Zeke Elliott had a tough year. You got to remember, before he went on his 6-game suspension, he was leading the league in rushing. He was on his way. Dallas was winning. They was on fire. Dak was playing good, and Zeke was. They looked like they were about to make the playoffs again. Then once he went down, Dallas suffered.
Yeah,
and you can see
that
suspension hurt Dallas. So now that is behind him, and he can just focus on playing football. I feel like with that offensive line, with Dak, like we talked about earlier, where he's just going to be able to play his game and not worry about who's getting the ball and who's not getting the ball. I feel like Zeke Elliott will go back to being a man like his rookie year. He's going to be that dominant force. He's going to lead the league in rushes, probably lead the league in touchdowns as well too. I got Zeke Elliott, offensive player of the year.
Okay.
MVP, the granddaddy of them all. Who you got?
All right, no surprise here. Aaron Rodgers will win his 3rd MVP award. He lost his guy, Jordy Nelson, his favorite target, but he gets a mismatch nightmare with Jimmy Graham. He's a big target. Aaron Rodgers is going to know how to manipulate the defense with a guy like Jimmy Graham on his team. Also, he has the emerging $14 million a year man, Devontae Adams at wide receiver.
Very underrated.
Very underrated. And then you have, Carson Wentz and Tom Brady are strong candidates for MVP, but Aaron Rodgers is going to prove to everybody, he's going to remind everybody why he should be the highest paid player in the NFL.
I totally agree with you. I wish I could disagree with you here, but I can't. Aaron Rodgers is going to be MVP. This man is... Now, people argue with me all the time. And now, if you want to look at stats and accomplishment, he's not the #1 quarterback. But if you talk about pure talent alone, he's the best quarterback I've ever seen in my life. This dude can do it all. He can throw in the pocket. He can throw on the run. He's accurate. This man has a rifle for arm. He's the best quarterback in the NFL. As long as he's healthy, he's going to do what he do, and I agree. That Jimmy Graham pickup was huge. You talk about a red zone target that he's been missing. He's been missing since they had Jermichael Finley.
Right.
Yeah, he hasn't had a tight end since then. Now that he's got somebody, watch out. And Devontae Adams, yes, he's very underrated. Aaron Rodgers will be NFL MVP. You're watching Spectator Sporting on SpectatorSporting.com. We are live at the Office Sports Bar and Grill in Crestwood, Illinois. When we come back, Boon Apata is going to break down the Bears and Broncos. We'll be back. Welcome back to Spectator Sporting, sponsored by SpectatorSporting.com. I'm Zach Rhodes.
I'm Boon Apata.
This is episode number 15. We call it the Pearl edition.
Right.
They call him Jesus for whatever, according to He Got Game.
Right.
A lot of fun shows today. We doing our NFL predictions. We did that. We got a fantasy draft going on behind it. That's the commotion you hear. That is the ChiTownBlockBoyz doing a live draft of fantasy league. They have a dynasty league. We are also at the Office Sports Bar and Grill in Crestwood, Illinois. Come check them out. They got great beer specials. They got wings. I can't wait till we finish this show because I'm about to tear some up.
Hot wings.
Absolutely. We still got Boon Apata's in the building.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna go. We're doing like a Bears preview here. We're gonna see where we are on this Bears preview. What gets you excited about this Bears season?
I'm not gonna lie. It's the offensive weapons all in general. I'm gonna start off talking about some low-heritage offensive weapons. Everybody heard about Anthony Miller, about all this preseason hype going out of Memphis. He had a hell of a catch. Trubisky was rolling to the left. He's right-handed. Threw the ball with his right hand, caught Anthony Miller, run to the sideline, caught the ball over two people. It was cold. It was cold. All hands. It was a sign of things to come. Surefire hands. Talk about another guy, Kevin White. Got to make his squad. The speed. He had a go route. He had a safety guard, and he burnt this. He broke the cushion with the safety, burnt the safety, and Mitch Trubisky underthrew him. He came back for the ball and got PI'd. I wish he would have caught the ball so I could have more information. But it was a great effort. Great effort. So the Bears' weapons, the tight ends against Denver was cold too. So the Bears' weapons, I'm very excited about the Bears' offensive weapons.
What you think, Adi?
Oh yeah, well, you know what? It's that Bears defense, all right? Now, the Bears defense is very young. Their oldest projected starter is Sam Acho, and he doesn't turn 30 until September, okay?
Wow.
So, but they're a young team. They're trying to finally get some respect on their name on that defense. There was a top 10 defense last year, but they had no Pro Bowlers, no players in the top 100 players on the NFL Network thing, no defensive players at all, okay? Now, you got, hopefully Leonard Floyd is healthy so he can break out next year. Hopefully his hand is okay. You got Akeem Hicks. He was a Pro Bowl snub last year. Also,
Top 100 snub too. I'm sorry.
Top 100 snub. He should have been on
right.
the top 100. Should have been a Pro Bowler.
He's under 30.
No doubt. Then you got my man Cal Fuller. He got the $14 million a year contract. He earned it, okay? The Green Bay Packers tried to sign him, but the Bears smashed it. And you also got Roquan Smith. Down south in Georgia, they call him the Montezuma Missile. I want to know why. Bears defense, that's what I'm looking forward to seeing.
Yeah.
I'm excited about Matt Nagy. It seems like we finally got a guy here who knows how to call plays. You got to remember, he came from the Andy Reid tree. And Andy Reid has produced so many coaches. I mean, just look at the Super Bowl last year with Doug Peterson in there.
Yeah.
And I just feel like the way that the system that he brings really fits Mitch Trubisky's style. Running out the pocket, throwing to the tight ends, doing the RPOs, whatever it takes. So I feel like I'm really excited about him coaching the Bears offense. And because what we saw last year with John Fox and them, and that was a trap.
Dialoguing.
That was awful. So I'm excited. They're gonna let Mitch play. They take the hand. They're taking the handcuffs
Take it off. Take it
like
off.
Boone has said many times, they got Mitch throwing that ball down the field.
Oh, yeah.
No messing around this shit, so I love that. Now, we talked about what we're excited about, but of course, every team has a concern. What is your major concern with the Bears?
My major concern with the Bears is the Bears' front seven, and specifically the outside linebackers. I know we got Leonard Floyd, who came in the league as a skinnier, more finesse outside rusher, who is our big physical guy on the other side, who's somebody going to help him out. So I'm really concerned with the outside linebacker and then generally the front seven because we're thin. You know, we got Akeem Hicks, we got Goldman. Then other than that, you know, we don't got another defensive lineman there.
You got Jonathan Bullard there. He still hasn't broke out yet.
He hasn't broke out yet. Then who is his backup? You know, so I would say we're thin in the front seven, especially outside linebacker. I'm concerned with our front seven.
No doubt.
What you think?
Well, you know what? Since Robbie Gould had those disappointing seasons, you know, in 2014 and 2015, we let him go. We tried to replace him with Connor Barth, with Cairo Santos, that bust kicker from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
They picked in the second round.
Yeah, the Bears signed him, Mike Nugent, whoever else you can name, okay?
Yeah.
It's been horrible. The Bears had the fourth worst field goal conversion rate in the NFL last year, okay? So now comes Cody Parkey, okay? Cody Parkey, he already missed 2 field goals in the preseason. preseason.
Yes.
Okay? He already missed 2 field goals. And you know what? Missed field goals in games, that make or break your season, okay?
Absolutely.
That can get you like 2 or 3 losses, and that's all you need to miss the playoffs. Cody Parkey, man, I hope he come through. Last year he only missed 2 field goals, but he only had 23 attempts. Very low amount of attempts last year in Miami with the Dolphins. That's my biggest concern. Not Mr. Trubisky, not Matt Nagy first year and all that. It's Cody Parkey, the kicker.
That's a good one.
That's a real good one.
That's a good one. I'm kind of leaning with Boone on this one. The front seven, not that they don't have players on the front seven, but the depth.
Yeah.
The Bears have had a lot of problems with injuries in that front seven the last couple of years. That's why they got rid of a couple players last year because of the injuries. They just if Goldman, who's got a track record for getting hurt, Leonard Floyd, who's already missed a lot of games since coming to the league. Now he's got a hand injury. Hopefully he's okay. So I'm just concerned about the depth of the Bears front seven.
Yeah,
that is a big concern for me. Now, if they're healthy, they're okay. But we got to get some quality backups in there because we've got players that's on that team that's proven they can get hurt. They have gotten hurt.
Yeah, Danny Trevathan, he gets hurt.
And so defensive depth is going to be huge for the Bears this year, and injury. So that is my major concern. So we talked about what's exciting. We talked about what we're concerned about. Now we all know the NFC is rough. I mean, it is stacked. It's like the Western Conference in the NBA.
Right.
Absolutely stacked. I mean, our division alone got 2 Super Bowl contenders. You can argue. And then if you just look at the NFC North or the NFC South, the West, the East, it's loaded. So. With that being said, what do you think? What is the Bears' record in your prediction?
With that being said, I'm going to ride a little bit higher than what I was feeling earlier, based off the last preseason game. I got the Bears going 9-7. I got them going 9-7 because the Bears' defense is solid. You know, we got 10 out of 11 starters coming back. They was top 10 in the league last year. And now it feels like the offense is going to win a game or 2 for them. They can actually be an offense in the NFL. So the defense is going to do what they do normally. It's going to be about 6 to 7 games, and then the offense is going to win 2 for you, 2 or 3, 9-7.
9-7.
9-7. That's a bold one right there.
It's a bold one.
That is a bold one.
That's a bold one.
That's all on the offense. I'm riding with Ryan Pace and Mitch.
Going to Vegas with that?
I'm going to. I should go to Vegas with that. I should put some money down on that. I should. I got a job, so I don't.
You got a job. Hey, that helps.
Yeah.
Who you got out?
Okay, well, take the amount of wins the Bears had last year and double it.
That's not a lot.
That's really not a lot. You made it seem like double. Really.
6-10. The Bears are going to go 6-10. All right. Like Roach was saying earlier, the NFC is loaded. Just look at the Bears division, the NFC North. There's only one division in the NFL that can claim that they're better than the NFC North, and that's the NFC South. Okay, they had 3 playoff teams with Carolina Panthers, the Saints, and the Atlanta Falcons.
NFC East too.
Yeah, exactly.
It's East pretty
Giants.
The Giants bounce back.
Certainly the Super Bowl champs.
NFC North, they got 2 Super Bowl contenders.
Yeah.
You can see the Packers in the Super Bowl. You can see the Vikings in the Super Bowl.
You see the Lions in the playoffs.
The Lions, you know, they're a mediocre team. But you know what? The last time the Bears swept the Lions was 2012, back when Lovie Smith was the coach of the Bears in 2012. So I don't see them sweeping the Lions, okay? So then they got to play the Rams. They got to play the Patriots. They got to play the Giants with Odell Beckham Jr. and my man Saquon.
We're going to see what Kyle Fuller really made of in that.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Not this year, Bears fans. I hope I'm wrong, man, but I'm saying 6-10.
The Bears are much improved. Any other year, it'll be a different outcome. They're much improved. I mean, they improved offensively. They got a better quarterback. They got better coaching. They got better weapons. They are vastly improved. But like I said before, they are at the wrong time. The NFC is just stacked and loaded. Now, they're going to be very competitive. It's not like I don't see the Bears getting blown out that many times. I don't see them getting blown out. I feel like they're going to fight and compete, and they're going to have a chance to win a lot of games. Now, this is the hard part. You know, they're going to have to learn how to win. I got them going 7-9. 7-9. I think they're going to barely miss the playoffs this year. Well, 7-9 ain't barely missing.
Nah.
That's missing good completely.
Right, 9-7, they're going to 9-7, you miss the playoffs.
So I feel like they're going to be improved. You're going to see a lot of improvement. I think Mitch is going to have some highs. He's going to have a couple of those. I mean,
most quarterbacks.
Yeah, he's going to. But I feel like they are an improved team. So I'm not saying they're not improved. The Bears are a better. they are a lot better than they were last year with the coaching and the offensive weapons. But when you got the Minnesota Vikings and you got the MVP, who we said was going to be MVP in your division, it is rough. Yeah. It is hard. It's just maybe not this year, but maybe the year after.
Hopefully they can surprise us.
Stay optimistic. They can sweep the Lions. They can split with the Green Bay because they don't got no defense. Be a high-scoring game. Get swept by the Vikings because their defense is great. 9-7, baby. You hear it first. All right.
You hear Boon Apata. You're watching Spectator Sporting on SpectatorSporting.com. When we come back, we're going to interview some of the people winning the football draft. We'll be back. Welcome back to Spectator Sporting, sponsored by SpectatorSporting.com. I'm Zach Roach.
I'm Budleewiser.
Make sure you go on SpectatorSporting.com and subscribe to the page. Right now, we got the fantasy draft for the ChiTownBlockBoyz, and we got a special guest here who just got done drafted. He goes by Wild Hunters. How you think you did, man?
Yo, hey, spectacular. You understand me? Marvelous.
Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Man, they call me Top Flight, the Undertaker, and the Paul Bearer.
Boys, we got my man Bad News Bears right here, because we got my man right here, Peach Street Outlaws. He's also the planning commissioner. How you doing?
Absolutely. We're in the house.
Right. Who was your steal of this draft right here? Who was your steal of the draft?
Still in the draft, well, I did kind of hurt him. What I like to do is kind of like, I'm like on some like Ali, like on the rope. Right. So what I do is, I may give you a little something, so where I could have took Barkley and maybe Kamara,
Okay.
it's a method to the madness. I took Fournette.
Oh, okay.
So and I was picking number 8. Right. So what happened is, sometimes what happened is, that would send a shockwave through people that's been mock drafting and used to getting to certain players.
Yes.
So when Kamara and Barkley present themselves to them, it'll shake up everything.
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
And so when it comes back to me on the rebound, it'll shake things up where I can get stuff that I shouldn't get.
Right.
So sometimes you have to give away things to get something.
Right.
All money ain't good money. Y'all from the hood, hey, wait, look. Hey man, it's Block Boys. I'm gonna keep it 100.
Yeah. Right here. So
Wait. Last year I was the runner-up. I lost by 2 points.
Okay.
The year before, the last 2 years before that, I won.
Okay. Okay.
So I've been getting a check for the last 4 years.
Okay. You the man to talk to.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first round, I went with a quarterback. I went with Drew Brees because I know he's gonna put up a lot of points. But you know, like they say, we do a 4-year thing. But I'm hoping he give me 2-3 years. I'm good.
Okay.
You know, after that I can look for a rookie to come out, or somebody get hurt, pick somebody up off a free draft.
I got Jimmy G out of San Francisco.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
So I'm expecting a lot of points out of him. But
Fantasy League, the most points you get are from wide receivers and quarterbacks.
Okay.
So whoever's hot, whoever's young, whoever's up and coming, that's it. Pick a wide receiver or quarterback right there.
What was your rank? Where'd you finish last year?
Actually, I think I finished maybe 5th or 6th.
Okay.
Because I ain't gonna even lie. The commissioner that y'all had on last week,
Right.
Yeah. What
I ain't gonna even lie. He hoodwinked me with Andrew Luck. We made a trade because we got the Dynasty.
Yeah.
I gave him Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper didn't do much.
No.
He did more than Andrew Luck, though.
He did hell of a lot more than Andrew Luck. So that's what kind of hurt me. I had the whole thing.
Pick did you have in the first round, and who did you take?
All right, so the first round, second pick,
Wow.
Le'Veon Bell.
Le'Veon.
You ain't worried about the holdout?
No, man, I'm not worried about it. So, all right. So normally, every season I do quarterbacks right off the get-go. But it's a 4-year season this year.
Right.
Okay.
And so I was a little more worried about, running backs and wide receivers going quick. The good young and up and coming, Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell.
Okay.
Those guys going quick, so I just had to snatch those guys first.
No doubt.
my first pick in this draft, I was number 8th overall, and I took a running back. I took Alvin Kamara from New Orleans.
Yep.
So I mean, this year I did a little bit different. Like a lot of times people take a quarterback. I was like, no, it's like you got to get a good running back.
Man. You know, it's a lot of rookies that came out in the draft. Who was the first rookie you picked in this draft?
Or any?
I actually went with my man Himes with Indianapolis, the running back.
Yeah, very fast.
Because we doing PPR and our PPR is rocking with return yard.
Okay.
So even if he is the second or third running back, if they lining him up a receiver and he catching maybe 1 or 2 passes a game, and he gonna get some return yards, and he probably play the Bears like 1 time. You understand me? Sometimes it come off that maybe we're not that professional. You understand what I'm saying? But we've been doing this for a while. This is not like
How long you been doing it for?
Man, it's like, man, we like 10 years deep.
Ooh,
this ain't like this ain't weekends at Bernie's. You understand? We ain't dragging no dead body around. You understand me?
Every year we have a board meeting that we review the league. Say, is there anything we want to change? Within that is if any of the owners have submitted requests for changes, we look at that. If there are any changes, then we put that together and we present that to the rest of the league for the owners to vote on. So our fantasy league and I really think it really encapsulates what the regular NFL league does. You have rules, you have change that the owners vote on, and we've done a big thing with that.
That's dope. Well, go ahead and let the world know your name again.
I'm the top flight security, the Undertaker, and the pallbearer, all in one.
Hey, this is Spectator Sport. Appreciate that, man. Good luck to you. You watch Spectator Sport on spectatorsport.com.
Thank you.
Well, we want to thank the Bad News Bears of the ChiTownBlockBoyz for doing this interview for us today, and good luck to you this year.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
We want to thank Peachtree Outlaws from the ChiTownBlockBoyz Fantasy Football
We in the
League.
house.
We out. We want to thank Wild Hunters from the ChiTownBlockBoyz for talking to us, speaking with us. Good luck in your league, man, this year.
All right,
Yes, sir.
Good luck, bro.
Yeah.
Man.